Today, our topic is how to let go of the past like a Stoic. Letting go of the past is one of the hardest things to do, but it is also one of the most important. The past is full of memories, some good and some bad. We often hold on to these memories, especially the bad ones, and they can weigh us down. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. The past is something we cannot control, no matter how much we wish we could change it. So, how do we let go of the past like a Stoic? Let's explore this step by step. First, we need to understand what Stoicism is. Stoicism is a philosophy that was created in ancient Greece and later developed in Rome. It teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to accept what is not. The Stoics believed that the key to a happy life is to live in harmony with nature and to accept the world as it is. They taught that we should not let our emotions control us, but instead use reason to guide our actions. This means that we should not let the past control our present or our future. The past is gone, and we cannot change it. What we can do is learn from it and move forward. One of the most important Stoic teachings is the idea of focusing on the present moment. The past is over, and the future is not yet here. The only thing we have is the present. If we spend too much time thinking about the past, we will miss the opportunities that are right in front of us. The Stoics believe that the present moment is all we have, and we should make the most of it. This means that we should not waste our time worrying about things that have already happened. Instead, we should focus on what we can do right now to make our lives better. Another important Stoic concept is the idea of acceptance. The Stoics believe that we should accept the things we cannot change. The past is one of those things. No matter how much we wish we could go back and change something, we cannot. What we can do is accept what has happened and learn from it. Acceptance does not mean that we have to like what happened or that we have to be happy about it. It simply means that we recognize that it is something we cannot change and that we choose to move forward instead of staying stuck in the past. One way to practice acceptance is to remind ourselves that everything happens for a reason. The Stoics believed that the universe is rational and that everything happens according to a greater plan. Even if we do not understand why something happened, we can trust that it is part of a larger order. This does not mean that we should not feel sad or angry about the past. It simply means that we should not let those feelings control us. Instead, we should try to see the lessons in our experiences and use them to grow as individuals. Another Stoic practice that can help us let go of the past is the practice of negative visualization. Negative visualization is a technique where we imagine the worst-case scenario and then think about how we would handle it. This might sound strange, but it can actually help us feel more prepared for the challenges of life. When we think about the worst that could happen, we realize that we can handle it. This can help us let go of the past because we see that even the worst experiences can teach us something valuable. For example, if we have gone through a difficult breakup, we can imagine what life would be like if we never found love again. While this might seem scary, it can also help us appreciate the love we have had and remind us that we are strong enough to move on. The Stoics also believed in the importance of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool for letting go of the past. When we focus on the things we are grateful for, we shift our attention away from the things that are holding us back. Instead of dwelling on the past, we can focus on the good things in our lives right now. For example, if we are struggling with a past failure, we can remind ourselves of the things we have accomplished and the people who support us. Gratitude helps us see that even though the past may have been difficult, there is still a lot to be thankful for in the present. Another Stoic practice that can help us let go of the past is the practice of self-reflection. The Stoics believe that we should regularly reflect on our actions and thoughts. This helps us understand ourselves better and learn from our mistakes. When we reflect on the past, we should not do so with regret or anger. Instead, we should look at our past experiences as opportunities to learn and grow. For example, if we made a mistake in the past, we can reflect on what we did wrong and how we can avoid making the same mistake in the future. This way, we can turn our past into a source of wisdom rather than a source of pain. One of the most important Stoic teachings is the idea of focusing on what we can control. The Stoics believe that there are things in life that are within our control and things that are not. The past is something we cannot control. No matter how much we wish we could change it, we cannot. What we can control is how we respond to the past. We can choose to let go of the past and focus on the present. We can choose to learn from our experiences and use them to become better people. We can choose to focus on the things we are grateful for and the opportunities that are in front of us. By focusing on what we can control, we can free ourselves from the weight of the past and live a more fulfilling life. Another important Stoic concept is the idea of impermanence. The Stoics believe that everything in life is temporary. The good times and the bad times will not last forever. This means that even the most painful experiences from the past will eventually fade. By reminding ourselves of the impermanence of life, we can let go of the past more easily. We can remind ourselves that the pain we feel today will not last forever, and that we have the strength to move on. Finally, the Stoics believed in the importance of living a virtuous life. A virtuous life is one that is guided by wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. When we live a virtuous life, we focus on doing what is right rather than what is easy. This can help us let go of the past because we are no longer focused on our own pain or regrets. Instead, we are focused on making the world a better place. By living a virtuous life, we can find meaning and purpose, even in the face of difficult experiences. In conclusion, letting go of the past like a Stoic is not easy, but it is possible. It requires us to focus on the present, accept what we cannot change, and learn from our experiences. It requires us to practice gratitude, self-reflection, and negative visualization. It requires us to focus on what we can control and to live a virtuous life. By following these Stoic principles, we can free ourselves from the weight of the past and live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. The past is gone, and we cannot change it. What we can do is learn from it, grow from it, and move forward with courage and wisdom.